Hello, everyone. A very good evening here in Virginia, USA. It is getting nippy at night and we are starting to put our jacket. Parami na ang mga hanging clothes dito sa bahay dahil sa lamig ng panahon. And it is clothes layering again, of which I am not a fan because I am petite and I do not like to put on heavy clothes. A cold Saturday morning there in the Philippines. I learned that there is a typhoon coming or it is already there. I am not sure, but I know keep safe. I hope you take good care of yourself and be safe everyone there. And a very, very blessed day to everyone, to all my subscribers and my viewers around the world, especially sa mga kababayan natin dyan. All right. And to all my viewers, thank you for your support and a blessed day to all. First and foremost, I would like to thank these following people who are very, very supportive of my channel. And they are Sir Leo Tutorial TV, Idang Babis, Meaning of Life Mix TV, Mommy Ann on the Go, Represent 103 EN, Kaaki Vlog, and all the team G out there. Thank you very much for continuously supporting my channel. All right. And um, Sir Leo Tutorial has been very supportive with my channel. More power to you, sir. And I hope to join your live stream again. And Mommy Ann on the Go, please check her beauty tutorial on makeups and review tips. I have been following her for 2 years before I started my own channel. And I really appreciate the inspiration and the tips on how to start the channel. Thank you very much to you, Mommy Ann on the Go. And thank you very much for all my viewers out there and my new subscribers. Thank you very much for that. And let us see what happened to our this video is live now. What is this one here? Yes, okay. All right, so I think we are now live in our Facebook. Okay, so if you notice, I'm a little bit on the tired time today. I almost forgot that, or I almost feel like, am I going to do a live stream? But because I am used of doing live stream every Friday and to catch up with how am I now with my Brainstorm live, and of course I am introducing the beginning of my self-publishing journey. So I hate to skip for a day, right? Or skip for Friday, right? Without doing anything. Yeah. So anyway, lately, attracting subscriber has been very difficult for me. I was checking on my subscribers list on my YouTube channel, and many are leaving, many are unsubscribing, and I do understand. I understand that you are unsubscribing because I mean you don't need the information that that you are getting, right? And I also understand that there are technical things that is happening in YouTube right now. I'm so affected with it, but anyway, those are part of the challenges of being a YouTuber. Okay, so for those who are unsubscribing, thank you for your support, and I hope that you will come back. And yeah, so for those who are also unsubscribing because they probably thought that I am inactive, uh, because I do not have my YouTube app on my phone anymore. I uninstalled it because it is not working properly. So and also my time is getting into, of course, the distance learning of the kids, and also doing a research for self-publishing, which is actually for this week I was not done. That's why I'm hesitant to do the live streaming. So anyway, for as long as my motivation is there, even if it's not really motivated, but I have to. There are times in our life that, we really tried our best to push ourselves, right? Because we do want to do things, right? So anyway, even if all those things that are happening for those kind of things, I still have to be happy, or I am blessed because I have new subscribers for this week. And actually, compared to last week, I have more subscribers this week. Welcome to my community, Best Fam Team, Soul Life, Ching Villarin, Vegan Girl, Chai Win, Heights Chang, April Henon, Mita Thompson Squad, and Caridad Pinay Lakwachera. All right, so those are my new subscribers for this week, and I am so happy because last week I only have three, and this week I have more than that. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your time and your trust for supporting my channel. And okay, on the other hand, um, I am going to introduce to you uh, myself publishing journey. So I have been taking a lot of my time knowing the qualities of a successful self publisher, and I was able to make a short checklist, and this is what I found. So from my research, the qualities of a successful self publisher is, or are, qualities, there's a lot. Okay, so being proactive, being a research driven marketer or marketers, financially conservative, expert on their own field, and persistent. So those are the things that I learned to be able to become a successful publisher. And I realized that those qualities, I have those qualities, maybe not high, but I feel like I do have those qualities, so I have chances to succeed. All right, so proactive. I have been, if you have been following my live stream and was able to watch my last live stream, I have been anticipating this self-publishing to come for 8 long years. That's how long uh, it has. So I have been waiting for the right timing. Yeah. So while doing that, I am trying to, checking on the terms, what would be the possibilities, some titles or some stories. Because if you self-publish, of course, you need to write something too. So I feel like with that, I considered myself proactive, and I also considered myself proactive in some different scenarios in my life, just like having a home therapy for my son's anxiety while waiting for an expert to take charge over because of the COVID. It is hard, or it was hard uh, to get a professional therapy. We have to wait and wait and wait. And I am not that kind of person that if I was told to wait, I will just sit there and do nothing. I have to do something that at least I can alleviate, the boredom or that kind of irritation or frustration, that simmering process of waiting. So I'm kind of like that. So uh, it is for me a sense of being proactive. And I also did homeschooling for transitioning. My children, they have developmental delay, that is speech, particularly both of them. So I homeschool in order for them to transition from homeschool to preschool and later on. And I found that being proactive gives a lot of success because my daughter, she was diagnosed with expressive language delayed, and now she's a advanced reader for her age, and I'm happy with that because that is the result of being proactive. And I have been doing research on self-publishing. It was very, very overwhelming, but I trust that being proactive will lead me to something more meaningful and progressive, right? So I think I have that quality, but I'm not sure how proactive I am, but I know I have that. Okay, now research driven. Um, as an I do have a graduate school program. I experienced that one, and since I have experience doing thesis, I always make sure that when I posted an information, I have the habit that I have to check on it if it is really factual, because anything that is not factual will resort to subjectivity or will be an opinion, right? So I am kind of like that, especially now that I am starting a channel. I want to make sure that if there are things that I posted, there's always like a link or something like that, right? And sometimes if I cannot give you a link, I always say that this is just chismes because I do not have any proof to tell you. And this means that I will always stand corrected if I am wrong, especially I do not have any links or facts, right? So I feel like I have like that research driven. But with regards to marketer, I feel like with basic background of marketing, um, I feel like it can be learned because it is taught at school, so it can be learned, right? So I do have that, but I think I need to do more studying for that and more improvement. Financially conservative. Well, I'm financially conservative based from bad experience. Yes, and I realize how important it is to understand financial literacy, right? And it is sad to know that our world is gearing toward career-oriented individuals. However, with regards to the personal financial management of our lives, many of us, including me, learned how to manage finances the hard way. But now I can consider myself financially conservative because it is really hard. Jovi De La Cruz, hello. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Hello. Okay, so and then with regards to expert on their own field, I put it there, can be learned. Yeah, it can be learned through times, through time. Yeah. So I'm not yet an expert in my own field because I'm just starting. I'm not even a writer myself. I just want to self-publish the manuscript of my husband, but I have a few drafts already, right? So I am willing to learn. Hindi naman tayo pinanganak na nagsasalita agad. Lahat naman ay mapag-aralan. Kung may tiyaga, magkakaroon tayo ng skills, right? So that is, for me, I will be an expert on my own field in the future, especially if this self-publishing will be successful. This first book will be successful. Hopefully, and persistency. Yeah, I think I have persistency. I suppose persistency comes from those people who wanted to learn. Yeah, as I've said, being expert needs persistency, right? It cannot be learned immediately, right? For me, I considered myself a slow learner, especially with this field of self-publishing. And I am slowly moving, but keep on going. Because the only time you know you are being defeated is when you stop fighting, right? And with persistency, we are practicing endurance, right? So especially to our moms out there who are dealing with distance learning, right? We are actually we're actually done with our first quarter. I think the the last week was this week, and the grades will be hopefully available next week. I'm not sure. But persistency, we do it all the time. We endure those rigorous modular things, right? Now, some are winning moments, some are bad times, right? We just pick our own battles, right? So that's persistency, and we learn to endure. So I feel like, qualities of these qualities, I have this, but I just do not know how you know high or low it is in myself. But with this, and I know if with these qualities, I might be able to keep on doing that one, right? So that is my uh, the qualities of being a successful self-publisher checklist. So we will try, hopefully, if you are interested on self-publishing, and you have to try to discover in yourself if you wanted to be a self-publisher, or you have this one, and then and we'll never know, right? Okay, so now I also have my own checklist on how to do a self-publishing. All right, now I did complete the rough draft. This is for my husband. The draft is already complete, and we are now moving on the complete final draft. With the complete final draft in self-publishing, me and my husband, we are doing it together, because if you were able to watch me last time from my brainstorming, I was sharing with you the manuscript of my husband, and how my mom did editing on it, and we did now a final draft, because it was like 8 years long. 8 years long. So things happen, and then there are already uh, fresh ideas on how to improve the story better. And by the way, the story is an inspirational story about a person who went into hiking, and changed his view in life. Yeah, so that is the kind of story that we are working on, me and my husband. And this is actually the latest manuscript, and the title is Adventures Along the Journey, a hiker's spiritual retreat to the high Sierras. Like that. The title is actually not yet fixed, because we are trying to go over a lot of several titles, because from research, you have to have a good title. So we are still on finalizing the title and the manuscript with this kind of thing. Yeah, and we are hoping that this one goes to the market, hopefully, couple of months. I hope. Okay, so and while my husband is doing the final draft, and we are talking all the time, is this chapter okay? What am I thinking about this? What's my thoughts about this? We're talking about this one. Both of us were actually doing the copyright research on the nuances of copyright and how to file a copyright. And if you are in checking on my Facebook page, Gardens of Lasting Learning Support, I post the link on how to apply for a copyright. It's a video on it. Yeah, so that's what we are doing right now. So we have rough draft and a final draft, but we still have to do research on copywriting, and then after that we have to submit this one, and then we have to wait. And then while waiting, we go over to the draft for professional editing. Now, as far as my concern, as my research goes, this is a nonfiction manuscript. So most of the professional self-publisher that we followed and we talked to. I actually have a self-publishing uh, uh, person that I'm following all the time, and I'm a member of his community. He's very very helpful, and he actually recommend that if you wanted to have an editor, it should be an expert for what kind of genre you are working on. So since this is a non-fiction book, so we are going to look for professional editor for non-fiction book, and that's another research because we have to look on the pricing, we have to look on the portfolio, how the person performed, because if you pay you have to be kind of fuzzy on how he edit, how long or some kind of like that. So that's why with research, promotion, marketing, and distribution, I'm actually planning of having this one with ebook and print on demand. You will be you know uh, seeing how things goes with this, how ebooks are being done, how print on demand are being done with this kind of thing. Oops, I hope my video is still okay because I stopped. Thank you, Joey De La Cruz, for staying with me. Thank you very much. Okay, so I still have a lot of research, the copyright, professional editing, the research, marketing, and distribution. And if you notice, I put the dollar sign there because it requires a lot of money. And for this reason, I am hoping that the Gardens of Blessings TV channel will be monetized so that the little amount or income that I receive from those AdSense can hopefully help my operational expense with regards to research, promotion, marketing, and distribution of this manuscript. And you're going to see that, uh, you know, on this channel because I am going to really show you how and then how's the selling goes. So if I mess up, you will know how I mess up, and then so you will learn from me so that if you decided to do self-publishing, you have lesser errors than I am. Okay, so keep stay tuned. Yes, and with regards to current project. Adventures Along the Journey. This is in the final draft editing. This is my current project. And my current drafts or future project, I mean these are just draft, and I have rough drafts on Unconditional Love, A Mother's Journey on Child Anxiety. I have a rough draft on that in my computer. It is a story about a mother whose journey about child anxiety. In that draft, I will be writing on practical tips that I use while waiting for an professional expert in home therapy, what works and what's not. And there are recommended books that works, and there are recommended books that did not work in the circumstance that we have. So that draft is going to be that thing. So it's and I am actually hoping that in the future this book can be translated in Tagalog, and I have to apply for an ISBN, and that requires a lot of money again. So, all right. Now, the second draft that I have is Cooper, the Quick, the Brave, and the Memory. This is gonna be co-authored by Louise, my daughter, because Cooper was her dog, and it is a dog story tribute to our dog. And we were thinking of finally putting this one into a final draft so that part of hopefully in the future, part of the sales in this book will help out a dog shelter nearby, where we got Cooper. So it's kind of like that. So we are still doing the draft for this one. And children's storybook on how to manage anxiety, that is going to be one of our uh, projects in the future. And educational materials that are printable and free. I'm hoping that those I am compiling all my printables that I made myself. um, I want to copyright it too, so that it can be free, and then I will hopefully be posting that one in my Facebook page, so I can help. Hey, LP to the hello, hola, regards, hello, thank you for watching. Yes, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Yeah, so as I've said, the educational materials that are hopefully in the future will be free. These educational materials will be concerning about the social emotional learning of the child with regard to child anxiety. So that is the reason why I want to do self-publishing. So if you notice, I have a lot of rough drafts in the future, but currently I'm doing the final drafting and the editing of the manuscript of my husband. So this is gonna be the what we call the buffer, the first, and then hopefully we are going to do all uh those drafts in the future, become a future project. So I'm hoping that you will really support my journey in self-publishing. And I'm scared, but I am inspired and motivated. Yes. So, where am I now? Yes, where am I now with my self publishing? Of course, I did research on how to self publish now. We are, of course, editing our first manuscript for final draft, and we did research on how to file a copyright license. Hopefully, if I have more time to make videos, I will be making short videos on how to file a copyright license, what to prepare for self-publishing. So you will also know you don't have to go around these long videos and check on me, right? So I'm hoping that you will continue to subscribe and support and share, so that I will get my channel monetized, and it will get established for AdSense, and then I could I could um I could use those small income to again uh finance the operating cost for all the publishing stuff that I'm going to make in the future, right? So really hopeful. I'm so hopeful about this. This has been an 8 year mind thinking. All right. Although we already, or I already saved a few amount of money to finance this, but making a marketing and promotion, you still need some operational expense, because there are always miscellaneous expense that you are not expecting. So hopefully, if I get monetized and if you continue to support, so at least you will be helping me out with the success of my self-publishing journey. Right? Okay. So anyway, every week I always have a self-care. What do we call stress management inventory, right? All the time. So, self care means learning to acknowledge your limits, temperament, to recognize that you are the expert of taking care of you by Gardens of Blessings TV. Right. So that is my weekly stress management reflection. All right. So always make sure that you acknowledge your limit, limits, you acknowledge your temperament, and that you recognize that you are the expert of yourself. Okay, and I always like to say that every week because of what is happening in what we call the new normal, and of course other things, unprecedented things happen. You have to talk about ourselves, right? To what we call that one, manage our stress, right? And so that our weekend will be peaceful and nice, right? Okay, so weekly stress management reflections. Okay, so I am going to start this with how is my relationship, chef. Oh my gosh, how is my relationship to myself and my creator this week? I am happy because I was able to go to church, and I was able to uh, do my communion today, this week. So although this week is a little stressful for me, I could not really understand why I cannot keep up with my schedule, and I think it's because something to do with sleeping. All right, I have a hard time sleeping, so that's one of the culprit of a little bit of stress, because you cannot keep up with your schedule because of not enough sleeping. So but I was able to, pray, and the word, actually, the word of this week is coming from first reading Ephesians chapter 6 verse 10 to 20. Brothers and sisters, draw your strength from the Lord and from His might power. Yes. Isn't it nice? I always feel like whenever these things happen, when I am stressful, I always think that there's always an inspiration that will tell me that, you have to draw your strength from the Lord, right? So I feel like after I went to church and I did my communion, I feel at peace, and I always tell myself, like, tomorrow is another day, so let us practice. When things fall apart, there's always another day, right? There's always another day. So, yes, my relationship with the Lord is like being sealed, that, just be at peace to yourself, and you can endure stress, right? Okay, so I'm hoping that I was able to give you nice thoughts, right? For you to ponder this week. Okay, and feelings and emotions, right? Did I manage my feelings and emotion properly this week? Yes or no? No. To be honest, no. No. It's because I get stressed. I get stressed about things that are unexpected, and yeah, but if you have a very understanding husband, and you have like something to share immediately, like when you are stressed, you are talking about what makes you upset or something. It's manageable, right? um we do understand that being not okay is just okay, because it's part of being human, but our responses of not being okay will makes us what will make us who we are and what we become, right? So you be very careful of your responses to your feelings and your emotion. All right. A real intelligent person can actually control his emotion and feelings, right? So that's why EQ is better. All right, so let's move on. Resiliency. Okay, resiliency. Were I able to bounce back from this week's challenges? Of course. Every time. We are always, and we have to bounce back, right? It's part of life. Yes, always. I think I'm not the only one who is good at it. you, my viewers out there, you are good at it because, as I've said, the only thing that we experience defeat if we stop moving on, right? So do not stop there. Keep on trying, keep on bouncing back, uh, um, it will pass, all the storm in our life will end, and it will be a better day the next day. And if next day is not a better day, there is always a there's always a rainbow in our life, right? It might take a little while, but look on the bright side of life, right? Okay, so I am blank. This coming week is going to be blank. So if you are still there, my watchers, hello, in Facebook, you have to do it. You have to complete that sentence. I am blank. That this coming week is going to be. So I say I am hopeful. I am hopeful that this coming week is going to be progressive. Right. So we are going to be hopeful, and I'm hopeful that I will be moving a little bit more on this manuscript, because to be honest, I'm not a writer. My goal is to only self-publish this, but because I wanted to really understand how writing works, I begin to learn how to make a draft on my own story. And I am so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed with this. But when you are overwhelmed, this means that you are grasping a lot of ideas at one time. So that's kind of my thinking, that, what, maybe I'm just really grasping all the ideas as much as possible. So I have to just, push back a little bit and just breathe, and things are going to be okay, right? Okay, so with regards to distance learning in the school bus, it will premiere next week. We will have epic jokes, specials online, and William's new project. I decided to do this in this time. I decided to just not attach the draft, because actually I have not really started editing the vlog. This is our fourth episode of distance learning in the school bus. I hope you also catch that one up, because what happened is, every time I do a distance learning in the school bus, I try to emphasize what we're doing, what are the strategies that I'm making, and I'm also putting it on the blog itself. So the viewers like you from my YouTube and my Facebook, hello, you will understand what are we doing. Usually, this distance learning in the school bus, they are long vlogs. Hopefully, in the future, if I have more time to cut it and edit it, it will be short enough. I'm just trying to tell you in advance, because it's gonna be quite long. So you won't be like, kan ba matatapos ang vlog na to? Parang it takes forever. Okay, so that is distance learning in the school bus, and I hope you catch that one next week, and that is gonna be hopefully it will premiere either Monday or Tuesday. I will still be sharing it that to my Facebook and also my Twitter for that. And of course, our weekly inspirational thoughts. I said that last week I I told my viewers that this mantra, this is not going to be an inspirational thought every week, because I'm going to be using this one throughout the whole November month, because I like this kind of thought, that it says, the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he conquers that fear, right? Because at of this time, I am overwhelmed. I have this fear that, who am I going to, can we really publish this book? of this manuscript, can we be approved for our copyright or something like that? Is a whole lot of things that is doing going on. So I have this fear, and I acknowledge that fear, right, from the conscious discipline that I learned, that you have to name it so that you tame it. So I name that fear so I can tame my fear and hopefully conquer my fear by doing research, studying the important things that I need to do. I will add more things on the checklist. That I think the longer I would be doing this, the more detailed it would be, right? So it would be expected like that. So that's gonna be the inspirational thought that you are going to expect from me the whole November. Okay, and I'm hoping that it will be your inspirational thought too, right? Or mantra, what we call a mantra. All right. And of course, for our motivational quotes, fear is only as deep as the mind allows. That's Japanese proverb. In Bisaya, huna-huna ra na ni muday. Right? So yes, it is only as deep as the mind allows. So if you allow fear, you will be scared, right? So that's one thing that you have to conquer your fear, right? Because mind is so powerful. Thank you very much for my viewers out there from my YouTube and my Facebook. Yeah. So if you allow fear in your mind, the more you get scared. Okay. So, I am hoping that in the future you are still going to um, support my video and my channel. And thank you very much for coming. And see you next Friday. Bye bye.